investigation now linking 5 Albuquerque police officers and 1 DWI attorney, although no one is saying exactly what the FBI is investigating.
But tonight, a Target 7 investigation combs through court records, finding clues of what might be going on, and some are appalled by what we discovered. Here's John Cardinelli.
The district attorney dismissed nearly 150 cases in which those 5 officers made a DWI arrest. Target 7 looked at those officers' histories and found a connection that some believe is the reason the FBI is investigating.
Having to dismiss approximately 150 DWI cases made me sick to my stomach, but I had no choice. My ethics as a prosecutor required me to dismiss those cases.
Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman says all of the cases are connected to an FBI investigation.
This is an investigation taken on by the feds, if you will, and that investigation needs to be done and completed to their satisfaction.
You're his wife? Okay, and he's not home right now? No. Okay.
These homes belong to Albuquerque police officers, all of them searched by the FBI. And this house belonging to a prominent DWI attorney. So Target 7 examined the list of cases that were dismissed by the district attorney. It turns out all of those cases involved 5 Albuquerque DWI officers. So what's their connection to this home that was searched by the FBI, owned by a local DWI attorney? It turns out those officers were in front of this attorney in court 70 times. So what happened to those cases? Look at these documents. The majority of them were dismissed, dismissed, dismissed. The reason, 29 times these officers failed to appear in court or provide needed evidence. Some of the excuses, a flat tire, a traffic crash, and injuries on the job. So do these numbers on their own raise a flag that something nefarious is going on?
Absolutely. When you see like I said, the connection and the high numbers, there better be a lot of flags and bells going off.
Linda Atkinson of the DWI Resource Center has been monitoring drunk driving cases for decades. Officers not appearing in court is nothing new, according to this study in 2015. 50% of DWI cases get dismissed for various reasons. Target 7 analyzed more than 250 DWI cases the attorney handled over the past 4 years. Nearly 70% of his cases were dismissed. Atkinson says a group of officers not appearing 29 times for one attorney is suspicious.
I have my doubts it was happenstance. It seems like it was intentional.
Target 7 looked at the police department's standard operating procedures. There are 7 pages covering how officers should appear in court. There are 2 primary reasons they are excused. 1, they're all ill. 2, they're responding to a call. We found one officer didn't show up 3 times to hearings in one case.
You can't necessarily just call in sick to court services and say, I'm not showing up at this hearing at district court.
Tom Grover is an attorney and former Albuquerque police officer. He says he got in trouble for missing court years ago. Now the department has automated systems that track whether officers show up.
There would have been yellow flags appearing before management before something like this happened. There would have been flags within the department's monitoring of its personnel showing that they weren't appearing at court, or there were a plethora of, quote-unquote excused absences that were leading to cases being dismissed.
Grover said if an officer fails to appear in court too many times, it could have serious consequences.
First time you fail to appear at court, it could be a verbal reprimand. The second time it happens in a 6-month period, it could be a written reprimand. The third time, it could be a day off. The 4th time in 12 months, it could be a substantial number of days off. The 5th time, there's obviously a real problem.
We've reached out to the Albuquerque Police Department and have requested an interview with Chief Harold Medina 3 times over the past 48 hours. The chief didn't attend City Council last night, although he's not required to. We wanted to know exactly how many officers have been placed on leave and how many officers are remaining in the DWI unit. Tuesday afternoon, APD sent us a statement saying 5 officers are being notified that they are the targets of the investigation. 4 of the officers are on administrative leave, and 1 officer is on administrative assignment. For Target 7, I'm John Cardinelli.
Target 7 also learned today a supervisor in the DWI unit was reassigned. His name appears as approving many of the arrests that were dismissed.